Hey guys, Josh from soccerreviewsforyou.com, bringing you my review plus on-feet video of the Adidas Lillard 2. The shoe has a retail price of $105 US, and at the moment is available in quite a few different colorways. So if you are interested in a pair, the very first link down below is a buy it now link. Go ahead and check it out. And with that being said, let's get right into my review of the Lillard 2. Alright, so here is a look at the Lillard 2. This is a shoe that I was really excited about when they first unveiled it sometime in December of last year. But it was kind of dumb to me that they unveiled it and then didn't make it available until basically the end of January, early February, depending on where you're located. So I kind of forgot about it. I walked in on a pair at my local Foot Locker, wasn't expecting to see them, but they did have them, so I picked up a pair. This is the away colorway. I was personally a bigger fan of the home ones, which was basically the white alternative to these. But this colorway is really nice as well. I like the fact that it has a black midsole. It's something that you don't see all that often. And I figured this is one of those colorways that I could just wear a lot and not have to worry about getting dirty or anything like that, just because it's mostly black and then you have this dark red color as well, which just isn't going to look dirty. So overall, really, really good looking shoe. And that's really the main reason why I wanted to pick it up. I know this shoe has reviewed really well as an actual performance model, because at the end of the day, this is a signature basketball shoe for Damian Lillard for him to actually wear. So you would hope that it performs the part. And based on how they feel, they're very, very comfortable shoes. No complaints in that department at all. Definitely better feeling and just better fit overall when compared to the original Lillard, which I did pick up one pair of those. I thought that was a really good looking shoe. I think this is better looking. These remind me a lot of the Way of Wade models from Li Ning. Just because of the cut. It's got this kind of interesting straight cut. Obviously, it's not the same construction at all. It's very, very different from the Way of Wade models, but that's kind of what it reminded me of, just in terms of the general thickness of the outsole and the kind of cut and shape of the shoe. But nonetheless, I really, really like this shoe, and for the $105 retail price that they're asking for these things, you really can't go wrong if you're looking for, I guess, a basketball shoe, given that they're supposed to perform really well, or if you just like how they look. For $105 at full retail, there aren't too many kind of, I guess, flagship or more popular sneakers that you can buy. They tend to be priced above $105. So pretty good value overall in terms of what you're actually getting with the new Lillard 2. So upper, it's made from this nice kind of woven mesh material. Not exactly what Nike's doing, but I guess pretty similar in terms of just feel and general aesthetics. It's cool that it has that pattern kind of built in there. I'm not sure if it's supposed to mean anything or it's just there to look cool. I think it looks cool. Don't really know too much about the backstory. There are lots of little details here. You can see on the actual kind of lace, I guess, eyelet surrounds. I don't even know what you would call it. It does say Dame right there. Metallic red in color, which is kind of cool. You have the Lillard branding on the heel. Both of the heels, as you guys can see, it does have a heel counter that's made from a harder plastic, which I think looks pretty cool. You have that same kind of wavy pattern that you see on the upper going through the midsole as well as the outsole. The outsole is actually Continental natural performance rubber, as you guys can see by the branding right there, and it's really sticky. Hopefully you can hear that. It's like super sticky rubber when you rub your finger across it. It makes noise, which is, I guess, good in terms of performance. It says Dame right there on the front. You can see the bottom. It has all kinds of different little details in there. It says Brookfield in the middle. The actual two shoes, when you put them together, I believe that says Oakland, if I'm not mistaken. Not 100% sure. There's some cursive writing right there at the heel as well. Lots and lots of little details here. Again, I just think it's a really cool looking shoe. You have some open kind of ventilated mesh area right here on the medial side. The laces are, I guess, my one complaint in regards to the quality. They're just really thin and almost seem kind of like an afterthought. They're fairly cheap in comparison to the rest of the shoe, but that's not too big of a deal, I suppose. It does have this nice kind of one-piece neoprene enclosure, which is really, really good. You don't have to tie the laces tight. If you just want to wear them casually, you can kind of just leave them loose, which I really like in a pair of shoes in general. You got the Adidas branding in red right there, pull tab on the back in red. And they're just very, very comfortable shoes. This does have their new bounce foam, which I personally haven't used on anything else from Adidas. Not sure if they're using this outside of their basketball line. I don't believe so. Maybe there are a few running models. I'm not 100% sure on that one. But nonetheless, the shoe feels really comfortable. It fits really well. Definitely a more snug fit, a better fitting shoe in comparison to the original Lillard that I actually wore not too long ago to actually try and play basketball in. And I was a little bit disappointed with those shoes. They just didn't work as well as I expected them to. But nonetheless, I think this is definitely an improvement over his original signature model. And again, for the $105 retail price they're asking for these things, I don't think you can go wrong. It's a really, really nice looking shoe. It feels really good. The performance definitely seems to be there. And it's just a good value overall. So if you're looking at Lillard 2s, I can definitely recommend them. With that being said, let's move on to the on-feet portion of the video so we can get a better idea as to how these shoes fit and of course how they look on feet. All right, so here is a look at the Lillard 2s on feet. You can see on my left foot I actually stayed with the stock laces, and on my right foot I put in a pair of wide reflective black SR4U replacement laces. If you guys are interested in a pair of those for yourself, there is a link in the description to the website, www.sr4ulaces.com. They're technically made for soccer cleats, but given that this is a low-cut shoe, they're long enough, they work, and actually fit pretty well. I just like the look of them. I mean, they're my laces, my own brand. I kind of like to wear them as often as I can, so I threw them in there. Black on a black shoe, pretty straightforward. But as far as the overall fit and feel of the shoe, they're very, very comfortable. The bounce foam honestly doesn't feel that different just for walking around. I've yet to play in them, so I don't know, can't really speak too much onto how unique this foam feels underfoot, but there's just a significant amount of cushioning overall. They definitely don't feel low profile by any means. And like I said, it's just a comfortable shoe. It's got like a one-piece kind of neoprene enclosure, so very, very comfortable. The mesh here in the toe box, or the woven material, is nice and flexible as well. As far as the fit is concerned, because of the one-piece kind of opening, it doesn't have a tongue. They can be a little bit tricky to get on, but it's not too big of a deal. And once they're on, they do feel fairly secure when you pull the laces tight. It's got some really decent width to it though. While the opening isn't the biggest, it's one of those shoes that I think is going to fit pretty much everybody. The forefoot and toe box area especially is particularly wide, kind of similar to the original Lillard, although I would say it's a little bit more snug. In my Lillard ones, I actually wore a size 9.5 US. In these, I bumped it down to a 9 US just because I had the opportunity to try them on. I just like them to fit a little bit more snug. I'd say for the most part they run true to size, but if you do want a slightly more snug fit, you can pretty safely go a half size down in these just because they do have a pretty high volume fit in the toe area. So that's pretty much it as far as how they look on feet. I think it's a really good looking shoe. They're really comfortable as well, so no complaints from me. All right guys, that's it for my review of the Adidas Lillard 2. Again, if you're interested in a pair for yourself, first link down below, go ahead and check it out. If you have any questions at all regarding this particular shoe, leave them down below in the comments and I definitely will get an answer out to you. Of course, if you have any suggestions as well for other sneakers you'd perhaps like to see featured on the channel, leave your suggestions down below in the comments and I'll take a look at everything you guys have to say. If you enjoyed today's video, found it helpful and informative, be sure to support it with a like. Subscribe if you haven't already for more sneaker reviews, of course. All my social media information is linked in the description as well. And other than that, guys, hope you enjoyed today's video. And as always, thanks for watching.